ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Jazan. This is Sang-Froid, Tale of Werewolves, Tome 1. Sang-Froid, huh, it's unique, that's for sure. It's a action RPG TD hybrid by Artifice Studios. It's based in, I believe, Canada. They referenced some provinces in the earlier part of the game, and so I'm assuming Canada. They didn't say that straight up, but it's in the winter. It's an incredibly strategic TD game. Uh, I just call it a tower defense because it's basically what it is, but it's a lot more than just building towers and watching enemies walk by. It's very strategic to the point where me being really good at tower defense games and pretty skilled with role playing games, I've lost the first non-tutorial fight twice in a row now. So um, there's a lot of different mechanics that this game offers, from fear to your weapon reloading to um, monsters that just do different things, and um, just your different kinds of traps they're more the ones that I've unlocked so far are traps. They're not towers that you put up that shoot enemies or anything. You have to actually activate most of them. Well, some of them. And yeah, the plot is kind of it's pretty interesting. There's a little bit of a simplicity to it, but so we're gonna load the first 2 days of the tutorial. We're gonna load my game from where I'm at. I'm playing in hard mode, pretty much. Hard mode is where you have to be more. It's more strategic than just hack and slash. Where you're this you can choose between two brothers. Your big burly brother who's more of a melee fighter, or your thin strategic brother who uses traps more. And it says it's harder to use him than him, and it's very understandably so, because when you see it in action, you'll understand why having the melee fighter, a good melee fighter, would be a lot easier than a good trapper, at least at this point. Sure, once I learn all the mechanics and level up a bit on my traps and get better at crowd control and stuff, then this guy is gonna be badass. But right now, as a new player, really hard. It does give you hints and stuff if you choose to do so, but it's not quite necessary. Jacques Carroll. Yeah, so it's 1858 in December. Doesn't say the country or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's Canada. All right, so we're going into it. The game starts by days. It gives you hints during loading screens. Every enemy has a weakness and a strength to traps. The starter enemies aren't. They don't really have any strengths yet, really. They've a little bit, aside from health and damage and fear factor. But later they get like resistant to certain traps, and then you can combine certain traps, like by putting something that would grab them from the ground and then dropping something on their head and stuff like that. And yeah, so the game starts off. Well, let's see what part it shows here. It might show the cutscene. Okay, good. It doesn't. All right.
Action points.
So AP. Oh, we have to watch it. I can't skip it. Oh, okay. AP action points are. I already watched it. All right. So you have your. This is your world map, sort of. And this is the help menu. I've not even looked at it yet. All right, so you can rotate the camera. Blah blah blah. I've already done this. Okay, just get this back the way I want it. All right, so you have this is the world map. It changes by loggers. They cut your wood down and stuff, and there are some level ups that looks like there's more area over here that's gonna open up too, and maybe who knows out here too. There's some level ups that increase the money you get from logging. So I'm assuming that you can like chop some trees down for money, but there's some traps that require trees. So you're gonna have to think about that too. Some traps require money, like these wolf traps. They're just straight up damage traps. They hurt the wolves and that sort of jazz. They're one use and they cost money, and money's pretty hard to come by in this game. at this point, and then you have traps that only require AP, which I'm assuming is higher for this character since he's a trap focused character, and the other one is lower AP. I'm assuming. You can increase this through various things, leveling up and that sort of jazz. You have different traps like this hanging net. You can put it wherever you want near a tree, but it won't activate until you shoot it while in combat, which is actually really difficult. You can sort of control the flow of enemies with some of your skills, but and weapons, but it's fairly unreliable because you can only do it like once per mission. So it's pretty difficult. And so you have your multiple waves like any other TD, but you'll see the difference of the other TDs after we get through the tower placement. So we got wave 1, which is going to have a couple wolves coming from the top. They attack your buildings, which you need to protect. You have buildings like this here. Well, let me select it. Yeah, the barn gives you bonus AP. You need to keep that alive or you're screwed. And then you have the cabin, which is if you lose a building, you've lost the mission. So you don't want to do that, or you can't do that. And the different enemies will attack different things. Like this guy is focused on this guy's attacking the house, and this guy's attacking the chicken coop. So if you click it, it should show the path of the way it's gonna go. So they're gonna go like this, and then this is a werewolf, which is so far the strongest single enemy that I've come across yet. It gives you some details like health and resistance and all this sort of jazz. And then you got wave 2, which is gonna send these guys at the barn and these guys at the barn. So you can have a lot of different things you can look at to plan your strategy out. But still, it's a lot harder than it looks. So we're gonna get this set up real quick. So we got the hanging net, which I'm gonna put at the choke points. I most likely won't even be able to use a lot of these because it gets very hectic once you start getting swarmed. I'll put one up here. I doubt I'll ever use that one, but it doesn't matter. I got plenty of AP and I only have a couple traps. So these bonfires, they increase your fear factor, which makes enemies not attack you immediately. Fear factor is like a timer on when they attack you, and the higher your fear factor, the slower it is that they attack you. They'll be more concerned on you or on attacking you. All right, so where's this Werewolves? All right, they're over here. These kicked my ass last time. The first time it was the werewolf that kicked my ass. So I'm gonna put some of these traps down. There's two Werewolves. How can I control these? So they're gonna come straight. So maybe I should just put it right in front, like just straight up right on top. I just gotta be careful. I only have one. I'm gonna get rid of one of these. What's this one? No. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this trap. There we go. And we're gonna put another one of these down. Right there. That should affect these Werewolves. They're pretty dangerous, and it won't kill them, but it'll hurt them. So, all right. So this is our basic landscape on the first non-tutorial level. So after you set all your stuff, all your traps, and you figured out your plan of action, you begin the game in front of the house, which is this. So we're gonna start the night. It's gonna go to my inventory now. I guess it's still sort of the tutorial. It's teaching you the inventory at this stage. Alright, so this is your skill tree. Skill tree is actually pretty surprising to me because the game already has a lot to it. And when I saw the skill tree, I was pretty excited. There's all sorts of things like better at melee fighting, better at gunfighting, just more melee fighting, and then you have more intimidation, firewalls, more faith, better trapping, bonfires, etc. You have a whole lot of things here that make the game uh, tailor the game to your play style, and it really does make a difference. So we're gonna do the gun because the gun is required for a lot of my stuff, a lot of my traps at the moment. I think I'm gonna focus on marksmanship and trapping at this point until like I learn more of the mechanics, and maybe I'll want more lumberjacking or maybe more carpentry. I don't know, but at the moment we're gonna do marksmanship. So now I reload the weapon faster. It's really slow to reload. You can fire and it takes like 10 or 15 seconds or something to reload, um, which is crazy. Since that's one of the things that make this so hard, and it's okay. It's balanced. It doesn't feel like it's um, a forced difficulty curve. So then you have different bullets, which do different damage to different enemies. Excuse me. And you have potions and stuff like that, and experience, which increases your skills as you level up. Your character level and money you get from killing, and I guess lumberjacking. I haven't done that yet, so this is my fear factor. Pretty much all enemies start around 20, it seems. Anyway, so I don't scare any enemies right now. If the enemy has a 20 fear factor and I have like 25, it's gonna take about 5 seconds for them to attack. Which, when you start getting swarmed, you have to watch like this pack and that pack and this pack, and you have like an action bar in the bottom showing you who's gonna attack, when, and how fearful. That's where the bonfires come in, because it raises your fear factor to like 40, which gives you a lot of time to reload and fight. But it only lasts for like 30 seconds or something. So we're gonna start this. Enough talking. Let's show you the game, the action part of the game.
My wolves found them, all 3 of them. They've cornered them in a cabin east of the village. Now, you have to sign this document for me.
What?
By signing this, you are giving me custody to all the souls of the villagers. When night falls, they will possess.
All right, I'm gonna skip this.
This
Plot. Basically, the devil. This priest was an asshole. Blamed a chick on some of his misguisings or something. It wasn't very clear, and the devil came to him and is getting him to do things that he doesn't want. It's kind of thin, that part of the plot, but whatever. So we're gonna skip that. And again, it's at the very beginning, so that's not really a spoiler. Alright, so this is the game. Third-person action game. Action RPG. You have an axe. The top left's your mini-map. I am going to rush over here and get ready for my attack. So you have a stamina bar as well, which reloads at a fairly okay rate, I guess. I'm gonna shout. You can control enemies with your shout, but you only get like 1 per battle. Alright, so the enemy will go to where you shouted last. Everybody within that area. Alright, so that was a werewolf. I wounded him. Ouch. Alright, so that werewolf is dead. Now, they're on the left of the minimap, my chicken coop is getting attacked by those wolves. So I need to get my ass down there as soon as possible. My stamina just ran out, so I need to get over there. My house is, it's not too bad yet. I have a bonfire I put here, which I'm going to activate. The little, right next to my portrait on the bottom left is my fear factor. It just rates at 20. I'm gonna reload my weapon while I'm by the bonfire. And this is how quick it reloads. You can do headshots, which do a ton more damage. Okay, so my weapon is reloaded. You also have power strikes you get from combat. Alright, so there's the 2 alpha wolves. I'm gonna get over there and kill them first. They're supposed to come from this direction. So, alright, there's one. And they're... Oh, good, they both died. Awesome. Now, I've got 4 more regular wolves coming from this angle. I'm going to... light this frighten them. So, see the wolf icon in the bottom middle there? Oh, damn. Alright, let me headshot. Oh, you fucker. Alright, that one's dead. That is their intimidation. Once that gets to 40, they will attack me without worry. Damn. Okay. Shit. So, I need to get in this bonfire. I have another bonfire that I'm going to light. That's why I put 2 here. Alright, so they're up at 32 already. So, I'm going to reload this and see if I can take one out. Alright, that one's dead. And then this last one shouldn't be a big deal. Especially since the other one's dead. There. Oh shit, there's one more. Alright, I'm gonna reload my gun and just take him out with that. Because I'm getting low on health and I don't want to die. Alright. Is that it? So, that's pretty much the combat phase of the game. I don't know if that looked easy or not, but it sure as hell wasn't. And it took me 3 retries to manage to actually do that. You learn the ways that the enemies go and the ways that you can control them. You can control them, their direction with the gun. If they don't detect you and they only hear you, they'll go to the noise instead of chase you down, which is how you lure them to your traps. I really enjoy the game because it's very challenging. It's not just fake hard, it's actually very strategically difficult, where you have to actually manage so many different aspects of the game, from reloading your weapon to your fear factor of the enemies, to your different traps, and you have to know, kind of expect where they're going to be, which is where the replaying goes at different points of the battle. So you can get this on Steam. I haven't even mentioned that it was on Steam. You can get that on Steam. It's like 15 bucks. Might be on sale now or whatever, but it's totally worth it. If you like tower defense games and action games and you like strategy games, you should totally check it out. There's that other brother you can be, which is more combat oriented, where you don't have to rely so much on traps. So that's another choice. So let's continue real quick. This really stands out on its own in the world of tower defense because of the whole, all these different aspects that this game has, strategic aspects. And that's what I like about it. It stands out because of those. The audio, the voice acting is pretty decent, and the plot it's okay. I mean, it's good for a tower defense game.
Well, hello to my saviors. Lord Almighty, what's the matter with your sister?
Don't really know yet. Strange things are happening.
I'm gonna skip this. I don't think you guys need to see that. Alright, so you can, I guess you can bless your weapons and stuff now. I didn't know that. So there's another aspect. You can bless your equipment, and it's got a lot of really interesting RPG aspects to the game that I really enjoy, that add to tower defense strategies, and it's just an overall very good game. The game's name is kind of weird, Sang-Froid, which is why I was kind of deterred from it at first. Just straight up the name didn't sound like it was going to be very good quality, but it's definitely worth checking out. So I highly recommend you guys check it out. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day.